Say hello. Say hello. Don't look at the camera. Hello. Hello. Mwah. Say hi. Okay. Hey guys, I am here with a new book review. Today I am finishing To All the Boys I've Loved Before with Always and Forever, Lara Jean. So Always and Forever, Lara Jean was a great book to read. I loved every single second of it. It was a very simple story. I think it was also very different from the previous two. Whereas in To All the Boys I've Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You, we kind of had a triangle thing going, a love triangle thing going on. I'm sorry, my cat's right here. What are you doing? Really? What are you doing? Anyway. Yeah, so we had a love triangle with Josh and John, but this book there isn't a love triangle. I mean, maybe there is. There was kind of one between, what are you doing? Come here. Can you stop being in the way, please? Yes. Say hello. Hello. So like I was saying, there is a love triangle-ish, but it's between Lara Jean, Peter, and college. Throughout the book, college is a huge aspect for Lara Jean and Peter. Peter gets into UVA where Lara Jean wanted to go, but unfortunately she did not get in. So she has to struggle with this. Oh, all of her plans are messed up. I'm sorry, what are you doing? All of her plans kind of get messed up and she has to really figure out what she wants to do with her and how her and Peter can still work out. And I really like that aspect of this, where I was kind of iffy in the beginning where they were like, oh, you didn't get in, that's fine. Just go to William and Mary for a year and then come to UVA and just be with me all the time, you know? I don't think that's fair for Lara Jean to have to do for Peter. Why? Obviously Peter has a lacrosse scholarship at UVA, so he can't just give that up, but the fact that he was just like, oh, like you can just transfer and be with me, like he wasn't almost willing to have Lara Jean be away from him. And I understand that because, you know, his dad left at such a young age and that really impacted him. And his dad is kind of present in this book, at least he's mentioned a lot and we see him once. I would like to know a little more about his dad and why exactly he left. I mean, they describe him as being kind of a deadbeat, so I can understand it from that point of view. If he just couldn't do it anymore, he married too young. But talking about Peter and his family, I don't know, I liked Peter's mom in the first book, I guess. Yeah, I think the first book is the only one where she's actually kind of nice to Lara Jean. Throughout the rest of the book, she hates her and doesn't want her to break her son's heart. And then in this one, basically tells her to break up with Peter so that Peter can focus on college and stuff. And at one point, I'm like, okay, she is his mom. I can understand that. Really? But I didn't know. I know she didn't want Lara Jean to break her heart again, and she wanted Peter to be happy and kind of be successful in college, where she couldn't be because she married so young. But at the same point, like calling your son's calling your son's girlfriend and basically telling her that she has to break up with your son so that he can be successful, like I was so angry at that part. If you were on my Goodreads that day, you can see me just going, no, 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 no. Like I knew from there she was gonna break up with him, and it was just so, for the last like 10% of this book when all of that was going down, I was very dramatic. I was just like, no, they can't break up, like they've been through so much together. And I'm glad like all the other books, they weren't broken up for a long time. In P.S. I Still Love You, they were broken up for a few weeks, but they did get back together fairly easily. Just like in this book, you know, he arrives at the wedding again and he's like, what? I remember it touched my heart again because it's just so cute. Every time they get back together, they need to stop breaking up. So there wasn't a specific line that really touched me when they got back together at the wedding, but I just think when he actually opened up to her and said like, I'm scared of losing you. I'm scared that you're gonna realize that I'm not good enough for you. And I think it helps Lara Jean because she figures out that's how I've been feeling about you this whole time, and them really connecting on that part and just finally being open and honest with each other as they keep saying they're going to be. And I really hope, this is the last book obviously and they're fictional characters, but I hope that as a relationship together they can finally grow and be who they want to be, you know? That would be really nice. That they can just finally be open and honest and not have to worry and be scared about breaking each other's hearts, because they've already done it twice, so, or 3 times technically. didn't like how Margot was very tense with Trina and the whole wedding with the dad thing. I know that she's the oldest and she has the most memories of her mother in this house and with her family, and it's hard to let somebody else back in, especially when she's in Scotland for most of the year, so she doesn't know Trina as well. But I just felt she was very much like, no, like my dad just needs to date. He can't get married ever again. Like my mom is his true love. And I think we get more than one person in our life that we can love forever. So she was just so, every time that she was so nitpicky with everything. And yes, Trina isn't the most perfect person in the world, but you have to understand that if her dad loves her, she kind of has to, not accept it, but she wants her dad to be happy, and this is him being happy, so why wouldn't she want him to continue to be happy, you know? Yes, he was happy without her, but I don't know, he kind of got a not he didn't have a personality before this, but he got a little more of his personality out with Trina and her being there, and I really like that, and I like seeing that side of him, that little, like, you know, like little squabbles between them. I just thought that was so cute, and Trina's such a cool person, especially with Kitty. Kitty being so young, she has no memories of her mother, so Trina is like a mother to her, and Trina understands that, but she also understands that they can never forget their Korean side and their mother at all, so she wants to incorporate that in their life, and I don't know, I really appreciated that. I'm really curious as to what Lara Jean would major in college. They didn't really say it. They did say she was going to a high liberal arts college, so I don't know if maybe she would be like an art student because she likes all the crafting and stuff, or I don't really know what Lara Jean would go for in college. Like, again, they didn't say, but I think it would be cool if she's just such an artsy person. I guess she would be an art major. They didn't really mention if I don't really think she'd be English. They don't mention her reading, all this kind of stuff. I don't see her as a history major or something. I don't know. I'm really curious as to what she would major in college, specifically at, where does she go again? Oh, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. I googled some pictures of it, and honestly, it is such a beautiful campus. Kind of wish I went there. But, I don't know. I just think I don't know what she would major in. That'd be cool. Or Peter. I wonder what Peter, I guess Peter would do the business just so he can help his mom out at her store. I assume he would just take it over when she retires eventually. He never really mentioned any interest in any other thing. And that'd be kind of cool, carrying on the family tradition of all that. A theme I liked throughout this book, again, is with every book that takes place senior year of high school, is deciding what to let go of and what to hold on to. Now, my senior year of high school, I didn't really have that struggle because the close friends I did have, I knew I would keep even going on to college. So I really didn't go through that, but my senior year of college, which I just finished, definitely I had those struggles and those feelings, you know, of, all right, this is my final year. I'm going to become an adult. I need to do all of this stuff. Who are the people I'm going to hold on to, and who are the people I'm going to let go of? And it was something I definitely struggled with throughout the year with some people of, you know, it would be a constant fight, or the same thing would kind of happen over and over again, and it would just be a vicious cycle. And you get to a point where you're like, you know, you're done in a few months, so why care anymore? And why try as hard anymore to fix something that you might not have in a few months? And so I understand that, like, the struggle that Lara Jean had throughout the book of, you know, should I keep pushing for this relationship with Peter? What if we're gone in a few months? You know, I'll be at this place, he'll be there, and there'll be all these different things that we can experience, and there's all these people telling them that they're not going to last, especially Peter. Peter keeps making comments about these couples who are going to break up once they get to college, and Lara Jean's like, this could potentially be us, so maybe not make those jokes. Like, that's cool, whatever. But I don't know, I really related to that. I think anyone in their senior year of high school, or even in their senior year of college, I think would appreciate the themes of this book and everything that it talks about. And again, it was a very quick read. I read this book in 2 days. Also, great news, trailer for To All the Boys I Loved Before it came out. Oh, it looks so good. So good. Now, I'm a little worried. I don't know if Chris is going to be in this at all. I haven't checked the casting list. There is a Christine in the cast. Now, her name is Christina in the book, so maybe they just did a quick little word change or whatever, I don't know. But I don't remember seeing her in the trailer, unless that was her talking to Lara Jean about how she doesn't want her life to be boring and all this stuff. But I thought maybe that was Margot. I don't know. It was too much of a quick cutscene for me to really tell. I hope they didn't cut Chris out. Chris was such a cool character, and yeah, she wasn't really big in the first book, but she does develop throughout the rest of the book, and Lara Jean does appreciate her friendship with her. So I really hope her character wasn't cut out and they just put it on Lucas, who's now going to be the gay best friend, you know? I really hope that doesn't become a thing, but I'm really excited. Everyone looks so cool and everything looks so awesome, and I'm just so excited. Anyway guys, that was just a really quick review of Always and Forever Lara Jean. I didn't want to give too much away because it was just such an emotional book for me. I literally almost cried at one point because it was getting a little emotional. So I highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for a cute, quick, little contemporary to read. Such a good book series. So excited for the Netflix movie that's coming out. And yeah, as always, my name is Ashley. I make videos every Tuesday and Saturday. See you next time.